Cleveland's practice field didn't just buzz today, it erupted. The air was sharp, the energy electric, and for once, the cameras weren't fixed on Joe Flacco. His chapter was over, traded away like a fading headline. All eyes had shifted to one man, Shedeur Sanders. From the moment he took that first rep, the mood transformed. The usual sideline chatter went silent. Stefanski stood frozen, arms crossed, lips tight. Even the hum of the equipment faded into the background. Something was happening in Berea that no one had planned for, but everyone could feel. The rookie stepped in like he'd been here before. His presence didn't ask for attention. It commanded it. Each throw cracked through the cold Ohio air like a statement, and even the veterans couldn't look away. This wasn't just another practice. It felt like the start of a new era. The Browns have been teetering since the Joe Flacco trade, a veteran gone, a locker room divided, and a city desperate for a savior. Inside the facility, whispers swirled like winter wind. Who's next? Because now the quarterback room wasn't just about depth, it was about destiny. Dillon Gabriel might wear the QB1 label, but everyone could sense it. Shedeur Sanders had the spotlight, and it was burning brighter by the second. Stefanski knew the tightrope he was walking, balancing loyalty, leadership, and a city that's tired of waiting for a franchise quarterback. But Shedeur's arrival didn't care about patience. The cameras followed his every move. The front office watched from the windows, eyes narrowing at every throw, every read, every audible. This wasn't a practice anymore. This was an audition for the future. And it only took one throw to light the fuse. It came out of nowhere, a missile, cutting through the Cleveland wind like a lightning strike. Jerry Jeudy broke on his route, spun, and the ball hit him dead in stride. Perfect velocity, perfect timing. For a heartbeat, silence. Then a murmur spread across the field, growing like a wave. Myles Garrett dropped his helmet mid-conversation. Even the defensive coaches froze. That one play changed everything. Stefanski's face said it all. Eyes wide, jaw tight, clipboard clutched in disbelief. That throw wasn't supposed to happen. Not yet. Not from QB2. But it did, and the reaction was immediate. One assistant coach muttered under his breath, "That's the future right there." And with that single sentence, Berea had its new obsession. The rookie wasn't waiting for an invitation. He was taking over. Word spread in minutes. Beat reporters started tweeting. Cameras locked on Sanders. That one throw became a viral highlight before practice even ended. The media called it confidence. Teammates called it leadership. But the truth was simpler. It was a statement. By the time Andrew Berea, the general manager, stepped out onto the field to see the commotion, Shedeur was already deep into the next series. Composed. Controlling the huddle like he'd been born for it. The moment he opened his mouth, players listened. No stuttering. No hesitation. Just command. And when Dillon Gabriel jogged up beside him, between drills, the tension was impossible to miss. Gabriel might have had the title, but Shedeur had the presence. Inside the locker room, it got even heavier. The quarterback room felt more like a silent courtroom now. Every throw a piece of evidence, every rep a verdict. Gabriel sat still, watching tape, jaw clenched. Shedeur leaned back, eyes glued to the screen, cool and unbothered. The hierarchy was gone. This wasn't mentorship anymore. It was survival. Stefanski tried to calm the storm publicly, calling it healthy competition. But everyone in that building knew better. Momentum can't be contained, and Shedeur's was becoming a tidal wave. Some veterans even whispered to reporters that they preferred the rookie's energy. "He's got that it factor," one player said. "The type of confidence that's contagious. The kind that makes everyone around him better." Meanwhile, Dillon Gabriel worked overtime, staying late, forcing throws, trying to prove he belonged. But Shedeur didn't need to prove anything. He was just effortless. His poise spoke louder than any stat line. His arm did the rest. By the next morning, the city was on fire. Sports radio couldn't stop talking about him. Headlines read, "Shedeur Sanders takes over Cleveland practice." Clips of that rocket to Jeudy were everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. ESPN picked it up. Stephen A. Smith called him The real deal Cleveland's been sleeping on, while Skip Bayless demanded to know why Stefanski hadn't named him QB1 already. One practice. That's all it took. But in Cleveland, one spark can ignite a movement. Fans flooded the team's social pages, demanding answers. Some called Shedeur the second coming. Others warned against rushing a rookie too soon. But even the skeptics couldn't deny what they saw. That arm, that confidence, that presence. Inside the building, the PR team scrambled to contain the hype. Stefanski insisted that the depth chart wasn't changing. But the footage told a different story. Receivers gravitated to Sanders during drills. Judy lingered after practice. Amari Cooper shared quiet laughs with him on the sideline. Even defensive stars like Garrett couldn't resist testing him, chirping just to see how he'd respond. And every time, Shedeur stood tall, firing back with that same quiet smirk. The following day, he showed up early, headphones in, hoodie up, all business. When he stepped onto the field, everything felt different. The drills ran sharper. The passes hit tighter windows. The crowd outside the gates grew thicker. Reporters started tracking his stats, whispering that he completed over 80% of his throws. No turnovers, no hesitation, just pure control. Stefanski adjusted the reps quietly, doubling Shedeur's snaps without announcing it. But the players noticed. Everyone noticed. It was like watching a passing of the torch happen in slow motion. Gabriel's confidence wavered, his throws sailed high, while Shedeur's stayed precise, surgical. You could feel the locker room shifting. The Browns weren't watching a rookie develop, they were watching a revolution unfold in real time. And in Cleveland, revolutions don't happen quietly. By the end of the week, the city was split. One half said it was too soon, that Shedeur needed time to learn the system, to earn the role. The other half didn't care. They'd seen enough. The rookie had the poise, the leadership, and the fire this franchise had been missing for decades. The Browns have cycled through quarterbacks like headlines. Names come and go, but belief never sticks. Now, for the first time in years, the belief was real. Kevin Stefanski stood in the center of it all, under more pressure than ever. If he keeps Shedeur benched too long, he risks losing the locker room. Start him too early, and the critics will call it desperation. It's a lose-lose scenario, unless Sanders delivers. And everyone in Berea believes he will. Behind closed doors, even ownership was paying attention. Rumors say Jimmy Haslam had begun asking for daily updates on Shedeur's progress. The front office sees a potential franchise face, a jersey seller, a savior. The fans see hope. And Shedeur? He sees opportunity. Calm, focused, unmoved by the chaos, just like his father taught him. The Browns' future suddenly looks both brighter and more dangerous than ever. Because in Cleveland, hope always comes with a warning label. And this one has number 12 written all over it. Joe Flacco is gone. Dylan Gabriel is fading. And Shedeur Sanders is rewriting the narrative one throw at a time. The practice field has become his stage, and the city can't look away. Every snap, every spiral, feels like the beginning of something that could change everything. So, what do you think, Cleveland? Is Shedeur Sanders the future this city's been waiting for? Should Kevin Stefanski stop holding back and hand him the keys now, before the moment passes? Drop your thoughts below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more breaking stories like this one. Because if this week was any indication, Cleveland might just be on the verge of a new era, and it all starts with Shedeur.